The effect of Brexit on immigration. Part 3. My previous video fell short in acknowledging that regardless of the pandemic factor, there was already a liberal immigration regime put in place. The system was not exactly strict beforehand, but it was certainly weakened by Johnson. Let's examine this. While we were in the EU, we did actually have a points-based system for non-EU migrant workers. This began in 2002 and had a salary threshold of £30,000 minimum. The applicant was required to have a university degree. In 2011, Cameron's government capped the number of visas at 20,700 per year. Within that, numbers were allocated to different industries. There was also a requirement for jobs to be advertised in the UK before being advertised overseas. May kept this arrangement in place while we transitioned out of the EU, though in June 2018, Home Secretary Javid lifted the cap on doctors and nurses. When we left and free movement ended, Johnson brought in a new points-based system for all migrant workers. This was a downgrade from the previous regime because the salary threshold was £25,600 and only a qualification equivalent to an A-level was required. The cap was also removed, which as a backbencher Kemi Badenoch had lobbied for, and the requirement to advertise in the UK was scrapped. The pre-Brexit system also allowed for care workers and postgraduate students to bring their dependents with them. The Tories did nothing to alter this rule until 2024, probably as a token gesture in what was likely to be an election year. For care workers, the cut-off was set at March the 11th, so any worker employed after that date would not be allowed to bring dependents. For postgrad students, the cut-off was January the 1st, 2024. Of course, Labour and the left were outraged at the time. Holders of most other visa types, meanwhile, still get to bring their partner and their dependents. Each dependent requires an application fee to be paid. In the past, a post-study work visa for students had been used, meaning graduates could stay on in the country for 2 years. Johnson brought this back as the graduate visa, and graduates could do work at any skill level. Family visas and humanitarian visas were also kept unaltered, with no caps or time limits on the latter. The points-based system is considered weaker than the Australian model, much cited in the referendum campaign. In the face of the shock ONS numbers, and with an election looming, Sunak did try to tighten the system a little. He raised the minimum salary threshold of the skilled worker visa from £26,200 to £38,700. He increased the health surcharge by 66% to £1,035. Sunak also raised the income requirement for sponsoring family members from £18,600 to £29,000. As well as banning the dependents for postgrads and care workers. He removed a loophole which allowed skilled workers to have a smaller salary if they were on the shortage occupation list. As a result, perhaps, of these moves, the number of visas issued did drop by 27%, which was good, but not good enough. Starmer is yet to do anything more than make proposals, usually around British training. One plan is forcing companies to commit to train British workers, removing their right to hire migrant labour if they don't. Firms found exploiting visa systems will also lose that right. It's good, but not good enough.